Vic, you ready? Do we have any arraignments? Okay, let's roll, nerds.
Yeah, but I mean, like, page 7, Harris, come on up.
Mr. Harris. How are you doing? So you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On March 3rd, 2025, at approximately 2:39 p.m., the officer conducted a business check at North Via Hotel at 16510 North Freeway in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, the officer spoke with a man behind the lobby desk who identified himself as the manager, and he requested the officers drive through the parking lot to make sure there wasn't anyone partaking in drugs and any illegal activities. The officer went to the parking lot and observed a vehicle in a parking space with a male in the driver's seat and a female in the rear seat. The officer exited the patrol vehicle to initiate a consensual encounter with the individuals and observed the driver window and rear driver window were lowered and could smell a strong odor of marijuana coming from inside the vehicle. The defendant, the male in the driver's seat, stated that they were in possession of marijuana. The defendant handed the officer a black plastic bag, which he stated contained marijuana. The female handed the officer a clear plastic bag of marijuana that she claimed was hers. The defendant stated he had a handgun in his left pocket, and the officer conducted a search of the defendant and located a loaded firearm, and the total marijuana recovered was 0.072 ounces.
Got it. Okay, Mr. Harris, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Tell me, how old are you, sir?
25.
Okay. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons. If I find that you have one, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. All I want is my community safe. If I find that you pick up a new case, do anything to bring danger to my community, I only have one place for you. You understand? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? Okay, I'll have you, Deputy Edgegorn is going to give you an application. I'll take a look at it to see whether you qualify. I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset now. We'll have you take a seat. We'll have you sign the bond conditions, and then I'll look at your application. Please.
Right this way. All right, Judge,
Can you-
next is
No
page
weapons and no
12.
going back to that location.
Yes, Judge.
Mulatto, come on up. All right, and then sign your reset, please. Yeah. All right, got it. Thank you.
Morning. Good morning, Mr. Mulatto. Sir, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On March 3rd, 2025, the officer was dispatched to 10615 Beechnut Street in Harris County, Texas, regarding an assault. The complainant, 15 years old, stated he and the witness were in her room having consensual sex when the defendant started banging on the witness's bedroom door, and the defendant then barged into the witness's room, and the defendant found him in the closet and began assaulting him. The defendant then punched him in the face multiple times and began choking and strangling him. It was hard for the complainant to breathe and it felt like he was going to pass out. The complainant felt pain. The witness observed the defendant grab the complainant by the neck using both of his hands and began choking and strangling the complainant. The witness attempted to stop the defendant, but the defendant threw her to the ground.
Any kind of familial relationship here?
The witness is the sister of the defendant.
No, with
And
the
then the
complainant.
complainant is the boyfriend of the, or whatever relationship with the sister.
Mr. Mulatto, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. Do you understand? Yes or no? I don't want you to have contact with the complaining witness in this case. What is the name? Please.
Anthony Duarte.
Do you understand? You are not to have contact with Mr. Duarte. If I find that you do, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail, no more PR bonds for you. When I say no contact, I mean no contact of any means. Snapchat, social media, text messages, phone calls, smoke signals, using someone else, a third party. No means no. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I will do everything in my power to protect every single person of this community at all costs. And if that means putting you in there at a high bond, I'm going to do it in a heartbeat. No weapons as well, sir. How old are you?
17.
You're 17. What do you do for a living, sir?
Nothing. I don't have a job. I don't have a job.
Are you in school?
Yes.
Are you in high school?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have to be careful, man. This life is really short, and it's not fun to live in a 6x9 box because of a rash decision that you make. Once you start racking up convictions, and once you start racking up all these charges, your life is really just going to go sideways. You know, everyone looks at your record, you know, from employment, schools, just everyone. And when they see a bunch of stuff on there, it's just not going to help you. This life is hard enough as it is. Life doesn't get easier the older you get. It gets harder. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or any kind of illegal drugs. If I find that you're smoking marijuana or anything like that, likewise, it's not going to go well for you. I'm telling you now that I'm going to test you. It's going to happen. And if I find that you're using, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Sir.
I will give you a lawyer today so we can figure out and talk about how to go forward. Do you mind reaching out to the Mac, please?
Yes, Judge.
But I don't want any more foolishness. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Felicia,
Yes, Judge.
have you got a rip done on this case?
Let me see your honor.
My only concern,
We haven't yet.
yeah, do you mind? My concern is that they live in the same house as the complaining witness is
I don't.
Mr. Milano.
They do, just based on a brief look into the case, the person I contacted is the complaining
Okay.
father. So I do believe they're different households.
All right, so let's do this. I'll have you talk to the lawyer here momentarily, and then we'll figure out how to go forward. All right. Do not leave until I have excused you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come on.
Right this way.
This way.
Judge, that was the last one.
Okay.
Oh, London has, you can do it first.
I thought he was older than 17.
Go ahead and sign for your reset, please.
We have a suppression hearing. We have,
That's it for now.
do we have a suppression hearing today? Do we have a suppression hearing today?
Judge, who would that be on?
What, say it again?
Who is the hearing on? Who would
Is that
that be on?
Jose's case?
Who is the judge?
Who's here? No, sir. He's here on a subpoena.
Yes,
Oh, he's here to deliver evidence.
Ah,
Yeah.
sorry. Thank you for everything you do, though.
It was your reason. Yeah.
Man. I wish-
We have one on the 20th, though.
No, his specifically said 311 and it's dismissed.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
I think that no one informed the officer, so he came here.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
I thought we had that, Jose's case, the suppression. I thought that was today. It's
Yeah,
not
I did too, but it's next week on the 20th.
on the 20th.
Yes, sir.
Because not only was the officer here, but I saw Jose here too. That's why I assumed.
I did too. I saw Jose this morning.
You got scared, huh? You got to work.
I love to work. It seems like you were
I'm just
more
kidding. I'm
afraid
just
than
kidding.
me,
I'm just
though.
kidding.
Council for reset. Hello, good morning. All right, got it.
Hey, Judge. So I remember we talked about this last time, whenever the bonding agency, they came by to get you to sign this, and it was basically asking you to release liability.
Don't sign the wrong one.
You signed the granted one, and I know I just wanted to confirm, did you want us to issue a bond surrender warrant where it's like a ACI BS?
Yeah, I mean,
And that
when they release themselves from the bond, the warrant issues,
Okay,
right? Because they have no more bond.
yeah,
The bonding company is basically withdrawing themselves so that now it's as if they never posted a bond. So it stayed in warrant status. You know what I mean? Yes.
so I'll do the BS and then the bond revoked, we already have it, and that's,
I don't,
because we already bond revoked him, but if we do the BS, that'll unexecute that bond revoke, and then this will just be the.
I think, I don't know. So.
And the,
Is bond company came to surrender a bond? I haven't revoked the bond.
I just wanted to remove liability, release liability.
So, yeah, so that they don't reinstate and then put them back on.
So I would just issue an ACI BS, but I want to confirm that's if you're okay with, I want to deny it and keep the bond.
No, I want to, I'm ready.
Okay,
I want
So
them to
you'll
get
still.
off the bond.
Okay, I'll do the
Still move
BS.
forward.
I wanted to say, is that the right coding? It's whatever he said.
I'm gonna do
Bond surrender,
Yeah.
yeah. Mhm. Yeah, both can exist.
Kavita.
We're waiting for Mr. Dixon on this. So.
Hello, you're unusually early.
I am, Judge.
Good morning. What's up?
It's just a good afternoon.
Right.
So I may have already approached you on this last setting, but I can't remember. On Jada Davis, she's approved for the DWI PTI. TRAS is done. We just need to pay the $100 clean and green fee and get her signed up on the contract.
Done that yet or no?
I need to figure out where to pay the clean and green fee. So as soon as, I think I'm going to talk to one of the admins on this floor who handles that.
Do you know where they pay the clean and green fee?
I don't think anybody knows.
I can go talk to one of the DWI execs and figure out.
I can message Brenda Gomez, see if she can respond.
It's not her program though, is it?
Garza would be the person that.
Isn't it
reach out
with,
to.
it's with environmental, right?
No, James Garza is the head of it. It's like a separate program. It's like a retail, it's like the retail theft program. Does that make sense? It's like its own separate.
Do you know who that person is?
Yeah.
Do you mind emailing them
Yeah.
and attach Kavita so that we're all on the same page where she knows? And then, what date, do you know the date yet or no? Do you have to pay first and then you get the date?
I think that's how we do it, right, Mackenzie? Pay first and then get a date? Or schedule it? I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I don't want to say yes for sure.
Right,
Figure it out, Judge.
but I don't want to set it too far off. It's already 220 days old.
If anything, I can always bring it back or we can get the supervision order done in the interim.
Can we set it a week? Just to get the date? Because I don't even know what the date's gonna be.
I don't either. Michael's gonna be out this week, so I'm working solo. So can we do 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it.
Sure.
I will see you tomorrow morning. Thank you.
Just see me.
Just give you a heads up. We received a packet for system, but no signed paper.
Do you need me?
Oh, no, Judge, they-
Okay, come on up, Counselor.
On the signed version.
Did you get it taken care of?
It's all taken care of.
I can even, I sent it all, I sent it all.
Okay.
I notarized.
So all we're doing is waiting for a decision from you guys? Okay, so let's set it off a week to get the decision. And then if that's a yes, then just prepare your client to pay the supervisory fee, the interlock, and then that way they can get the supervision order. Okay?
Thank you.
Hi, Nick.
Good morning, Judge.
How are you?
I'm well. I have Mario Segundo on the docket.
What's the last name?
Segundo.
Segundo. Okay, you just want to reset?
Yes, sir, Judge. I'm standing by for an offer from the state and confirmation that discovery is complete.
Yeah. Is discovery complete, Alex?
I'm checking it right now, Your Honor. We're still waiting on station P.
All right, there you go. What's that?
Bottom of page 20, they're still waiting on station videos. So just a normal day, whatever.
All right, Al is April.
We have your number.
Was that April
22nd to the 24th?
22nd through the 24th?
Yeah,
I'll do the 22nd.
22nd. All right, it'll still be waived, Nick.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Okay, man, have fun.
All right, did you get a response? 1 week pending response?
One of the things you out to be 18. Well, almost a sign.
Oh, wait.
No, I'll just get you the second.
Oh, right, there you go.
Okay, let me print out the bail orders for you. Okay, so I'll print up the bill. Still. Okay, yeah, and I'll start printing them out.
Good morning, Judge. Hey. I'm here on Armin Stewart.
In custody or on bond?
He's in custody.
Okay.
He has 4 active charges right now. I was appointed today.
Oh, I remember Mr. Stewart. It's been a while since it's been a while since we've seen him, actually. Let me see. Let me see. Just- Well, he just picked up all these cases.
Yeah, by my count, he has 7 active cases, 3 felonies, 4 misdemeanors.
You want to set it after the felony cases?
Yes, I do want to set it after the felony cases, and obviously I'll need some time to go over the files, figure out the
Sure. Are
discovery.
you just getting appointed today?
Just getting appointed.
Yeah,
No,
of
no
course.
80 days.
Yeah. I'm going to give you some time.
Okay.
However, these cases, how are you just? Was he out? Hey, Vic, on Stewart, was he just out
He's.
with an open warrant?
Went out, came back, on the roof again, went out. There are some notes in there too that you put in there. I think the second case.
We've had a lot of issues with Mr. Stewart. You know, we've had a lot of issues just trying to keep him out. I mean, we did everything in our power to try to keep him from having any issues. And
Judge, my approach, and I heard that you said all
what
that.
happened on the, Alex, what happened on the 2 new Agasol cases, please?
Yes, Judge. So the ag assault, so it was February 25th, 2025. They were also dispatched a disturbance call. And the officer spoke to the first complainant and his son, the second complainant, who were hired to clean the apartment complex. The complainants were walking across the street when the defendant was standing by his building and started arguing with both complainants. The first complainant stated the defendant had a black AR-style pistol in his hand. The defendant yelled, "This is my block. I'm gonna kill you. I run this block," while brandishing the firearm and pointing it in their direction multiple times. And the second complainant reiterated what happened and stated the defendant approached them, brandished the AR-15 from under his robe, and yelled again, "This is my block. I'm gonna kill you."
All right. Yeah, we'll set it for after, and then it's going to be a while. So I got you. I'll give you time. Of course.
Judge, so financial banker Harris is here, and so is the conditions in your view.
And the felony was set for the. April.
All right. Yeah. Okay. On, this.
There you go.
Have the conversation.
Yeah, let me transfer you to her.
I know the other one that I need, I don't know what's the other, but this one said that a little bit, they find her on this. They could show her, that's yeah, or it was fine. Yeah. That's just the fault. Just get an association person.
Oh, it was Jake Sales and Traffic.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, I had you.
Okay, sorry, I thought it was. Like just. Here, you too.
Where we should be at.
Alex.
Yes.
Hey, Gary, how are you, man?
Okay, no problem. Just probably just get them on.
Yes. They get it.
But BVR is in regards to a positive test that we had a request, but I've just been raising and out there is results for signature. And I know it's on a quest, but I'm just certified. I did that with
S
someone
class
looking
certified? Like the certified S class certified, because that's like, there's different like certifications, but S class is like legitimate.
Okay, because we use SAMHSA certification that we're always told to look for. Obviously, for this court, I always tell them Quest because I know you like them to go to Quest, so I always specify Quest. However, that's what we were looking at, but I can, what is it called?
Is it a process?
Well, he was in, I believe so, yeah, because there was a no-show on the 28th of February, but I believe that's when he had to do the outside test. So I can look into their accreditation. They have, it's CLIA.
I mean, as long as they're accredited by what we are, that's fine with me.
You didn't make it up, so. Yeah, I'll roll it. Your connection with the Harris Center.
There's an AOL.
Does this person is in on the call? Just called and said that.
We already have the shares on the record. We already have. So I think, I'm right here, take you back. That's so I'm trying to get that order and that to wait.
So is Leon looking for?
No, this is police.
Well, you, oh.
That's a factual officer. Yeah.
So I did get.
But you can. You're on. On Mr. Stino, did you want to know the facts of the Galveston case?
You know it?
We could reach out to Galveston and get the.
Please.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need that? No, I have. I'll take you something.
No, I'd like to know why.
Yes, Judge. We'll reach out to Galveston.
Please. Thanks.
Dallas, can you pick up, realize the men's health issues and I want to get please to take this guy. We're not gonna take him right now. Now, we need travel arrangements. So I think we're like.
Yeah, they were. Right, so we can send this one over to the overview. As the office, he goes to, he goes to.
Yeah,
So
that's
Brianna's
what I'm
working on that.
Okay, so just, that'll, yeah, she gave me Brianna's.
Yes, Brianna's working on it. Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Council for recess. Going with ALR.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Thanks.
Council for reset. Okay, I'm gonna go with PTI. Hey. You said you ever start? That's been no. How is April 22nd to 24th? Yes, waive the parents, waive defense day.
Okay, sounds good.
That.
Thank you.
See you.
See you later.
Council for reset. Stop the board.
One executive for you.
You know, wait, just go ahead and check top box. No, no. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And.
All right, I'm gonna start working on all these BVRs, so get ready.
Yeah.
Judge, there's a lot of them. You can send the reset, the ones you need reset to me? Because I saw it yesterday. There's a whole bunch of them.
I've been just replying to the emails from pretrial services. I guess I'll just start attaching Ramona to it. Vic, are you okay on the BVRs? Send it to Ramona.
When you put the dates on there, Trey already said something to that already.
Okay.
But in the emails, I think the first time. Or we said.
If you don't need an actual reset, just,
No, Ramona,
okay, no problem.
thanks.
You're welcome.
For which one? Council for reset. That's awesome.
Hey, good morning. Has he been by to sign that corrected document? This house?
Oh, yeah.
Has he?
No, he hasn't come out.
Okay.
I called him this morning.
He says he's doing it.
Said he was on his way.
Okay.
But I'm sure.
Just checking.
I just need numbers.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Thank you.
The agency.
I got, yes, yeah.
So he needs an interpreter. Okay, so just make sure that. I stuck my music, sorry, I can't remember again. Other one.
Just for nothing, I saw you at the city. I sent an email for everybody that's on by.
Ahora lo que me va a hacer su huella digital de su derecho.
What's up?
Ok, voy a tomar asiento. Gracias.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure, because we talked about now, we're still gonna have to, but we have to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Connor. Hey, bud.
Judge, I'm approaching on Cecilia Salmeron.
Okay.
She's in custody. This is a bond forfeiture case. She just popped up on my docket this morning.
I saw Maroon from long ago. Wow. How's she doing?
She's picked up another felony. It's a PCS.
Really?
Yeah. She doesn't have a bond on her felony cases yet. And she has court on Thursday for those.
Let's see. Okay. Do you mind bringing out Miss Salmeron, please? Do you want to stay on or do you want to?
I'm fine staying on because I just know the case.
I'm going to put like strict bond conditions on her now.
Yeah, and I talked to her about it, Judge, and she understands. And I don't know if she's going to be able to bond out because
she's at no bond now.
Right. So yeah,
I don't know how long that'll hold for, but
one of the cases where she picked up with this DWI, the PCS case, and I don't know if they're going to even grant her a bond on that case when she goes to court Thursday. But maybe.
She has a lawyer. Yeah.
I don't think so, Judge. I think the attorney that was on the case withdrew. Any spring break plans, Judge?
Here. No.
Oh, your kids off
Any kids
this week?
Yeah, they're in back.
Oh, really?
They're hanging out with me in back.
It's awesome.
So I'd like to know what she's doing if she's driving in this case, because she's got an affidavit not to drive. I hope she's not driving.
In the new one.
The new one, trying to sign. No, it doesn't appear so. It seems she
Well, hold on. I'd like to know, but let's wait for her to get out so we can hear it together. Morning.
Morning.
How are you? The only thing I want is I don't want you to kill yourself. That's all I want. You know, I've had people here that I've seen come from a first time. As years pass, they just steadily decline worse and worse and worse. The other day we had a guy here, barely even talk anymore because just ravaged because of everything. All we're trying to do is prevent that from happening. How is the big question? So with us, you have the DWI. It looks like you've picked up a new case upstairs. I have no idea what happened. I'd like to know to see how we go forward. Do you mind what happened in the new case, please?
So the new case, officers were dispatched to a Kroger's in Baytown. Loss prevention told the officer that the defendant was concealing items inside her clothing and baggage. The officer detained the defendant outside the front entrance, where she provided a false name and date of birth, which turned out to belong to her sister. The defendant was arrested for an active warrant. and was later searched at the Baytown jail, where they found a baggie in her bra containing 2.5 grams of methamphetamine.
Okay. You're currently, our bond is set at 1,000. You're currently held at no bond in the cases upstairs. If you do get out, I'm going to put a monitor on your ankle because I want to know exactly where you go. If you go, I don't know. You're not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, and I'm going to test you like crazy. Do you understand? Or it's got to stop before something major happens. Okay. So she's set for Thursday. You want to set it for Monday? See what
I was gonna
happens
do Tuesday,
upstairs.
it's fine.
Say it again.
I was gonna do Tuesday, just 1 week. Okay.
So Felicia,
She's
she's not here. Okay. All right. So please don't send her down because I need her to sign conditions. Okay. All right. Okay, Miss Ulmer. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks. You know, Connor, what I'd like to do is do a TRAS to see how we move forward.
Okay.
We've got time, so you don't need to expedite it, but I'd like to do a TRAS to see how we go forward. My feeling is probably Hue or SATA probably, but it looks like upstairs is probably going to ride regardless. So
It looks like it's a ring chain.
I think they can kick her out of Rick though, because she picked up another one.
yeah, no, it's, I can't. Hey, Blaze, you familiar with Rick Court? Rick?
Rick Ford. Not really. I know that it's.
No, so if you've got one case and you pick up a second case, they will kick you out. That's what I was. Okay, all right.
Unless it's case by case, but depending on the new case, but
It's probably the same as the first.
they might keep her then. I think it's gonna be a determination with the chief over there.
Yeah, it depends how they feel about the amount and.
So I'd like to do a TRAS and I'm gonna go based on the
That's
TRAS.
fine.
I don't care about upstairs.
Yeah, that's fine.
If upstairs are saying, okay, we can do something outpatient, I'm like, no. You know, I'd like to do a TRAS here. Let's see what it says, but my feeling is gonna be some kind of inpatient, and yeah, okay.
Oh, I can check.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I give you cause number?
Go ahead.
253-5048.
Jones?
Yeah, I've been in contact with the case manager over that because he was supposed to get it that day.
He didn't get it?
No, he reported for instruction and got full instruction over how to get the device. They were going to get it to him that day. So I'm not sure what happened there, but still no device. I keep in touch with the case manager to let me know when he's gotten it and nothing.
Did I mention that there was audio?
So he still has not gotten it at all.
No, Judge.
Thank you, Susan.
Hey, Connor, are you ready?
Yes.
So for Selma, they said that it's. Benefits.
What are we waiting on?
Let's see about the.
Oh, wait a second. Is he in treatment? That's why.
Well, remember he came in to that day. But he was present that day. Because
Is he currently in treatment?
I'm not sure. I know he was in treatment and that's
They
why
said
we kept
he was
pushing it off.
Check in.
And then you said, okay, but we told him that day, okay, you can go to the facility, but because you're gonna be in the facility and not able to blow into the device, that before going there, you need to get a scram.
So I'm like, was about to hit the roof because, here, let me, well, come back.
Yeah.
So this should have been the ninth.
Council for reset.
So I closed it out as the only because it was on the ninth, but we didn't do any of the
Hey, Mr.
reset.
D,
So it only
my
shows the
text?
10th.
No.
Adding off the ninth.
This one showed up.
That day. So
He's in the box. Yes, we are.
he- see what- because on the docket.
Oh, yes, this
January 10th,
discovery.
it does, it does say.
Did they make any offers?
The recess for children.
This reset was done, but I never.
Do you remember that one?
I don't know why.
Not the name, I don't see your name.
Oh, on the top, on the right side. Oh, sorry, left side.
That's folks saying, Mr. Torrey, I remember.
Mr. D,
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Chief, and I wanted to approach you on this.
so are you still trouble communicating?
Yes, sir. They had to take him back this morning too. The chief and I have spoken.
Was he okay?
No.
They were struggling to get him out of here. They eventually ended up getting him out from the bottom here, which is covered in.
Covered in feces.
Yeah, so exactly whatever they.
God dog it.
So I said if they wanted to come here like that.
You know what? We had another lady here like maybe a year ago. Every time we tried to get her over here, she would just defecate and just like smear it. And we ended up having Gary over here to help us out on that case. And Gary was here just like not what 20 minutes ago too.
Well, I've just gave the courts another competent examination. I emailed Miss Alina White.
So we need someone else to do the comp, not the same one who did it.
I'll email her again, letting her know that I respect request that another doctor.
Yeah, and if you have any issues, just let me know. If she says no or whatnot, then please let me know and then I'll. Okay, and then let me reach out to Gary to see what we did with the last. Okay. Hey, last time.
Works, yeah.
I would do.
The other one that just left here, but I can request them to switch by.
So give me some time. Let me see what I can do.
Yes,
All right. And I help you out.
Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Chief.
Yeah, let's have him evaluate.
Yes. I'm about to email her again, Judge.
Council for reset.
Judge, in regard to Mr. William, for Mr. William.
I don't know. I have the defense lawyer coming.
Okay.
So we can talk.
Thank you.
All right, how is she was 15 or the 17th? I'm still waiting for my star.
That's gonna be, because it takes some time for stuff when you file. Oh, okay, okay. Well, where is it?
Hey, from now on, can we do this online? It's so much quicker than to write it out.
The inmates have to sign. That's why I print them out.
What's going to work in January? Yes. I'll put that in. But the one for you, it's gonna be in there because I just accepted it through. I mean, hopefully it's with. Oh, no, never mind, I got it right now. I'll put both in there.
Okay. I'm just gonna print it out.
Yeah, for right.
5 cents. For this?
I mean, I can start getting to work.
I know, we're no longer, we still have to sign the law conditions, so I'm gonna give the reset. Perfect. You want me to hand it over or you got it? Oh, just for now. Sounds all good here, just a second.
Morning, Judge.
Hey, come on up. What's new, man?
Cases to the approach on really quickly. One of them is Mr. Perez. He's taking a collegiate.
Okay.
I'm sorry, by the way.
Whenever, I'm ready when you are. Are you ready? Okay.
Can I call him up, Judge?
Please.
Buenos días, vamos a escuchar pues.
Good morning, Mr. Perez.
Good morning.
Mr. Perez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand this charge will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. If you ever get pulled over again, an officer will see this. If they smell alcohol on your breath, if they smell weed on you, it's probably not going to go well. Do you understand?
Yes.
If I were you, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I would not get into a car because it is a humongous risk, especially if you're not in this country with permission. Because if you go to jail for any more than 6 hours, immigration will get their clutches on you and then you'll be stuck like Chuck. Do you understand?
Yes.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, this will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. Is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above? True to the enhancement. That means from now on, you are facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Minimum 90 days. How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will send you to the agreement. I am going to suspend your license for 180 days. Do not drive until you get a license. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Judge. And Your Honor, I was appointed to this case, and I don't believe my client's indigent status has changed since I've been appointed. It was about a month ago.
What do you do for a living?
¿Cómo que su oficio? ¿En qué trabaja?
El instalador de pisos.
¿Cómo?
Instalador de pisos.
Oh, floor install.
How much money do you make a
¿Qué
month?
tanto ganas mensualmente? About 3,000, 3,500 more or less.
DWI is big business in this state. There's a $1,500 surcharge that would normally apply in this case. And if you don't pay it, you go to jail 1 day for every $100 you owe. We all make mistakes. But if you continue to make the same mistake where you endanger other people's lives, I will treat you like a child. And like a child, I will put you over my knee and spank you like a little child, but it will be with a ton of jail time. Do you understand? A second DWI is a $6,000 surcharge. If you can imagine $100 per day, you will sit in custody. I will waive the fee now, but if you come back on another DWI, get ready. Do you understand?
¿Usted lo entiende?
All right.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
And Your Honor, I have two individuals, Mr. Yua Hernandez, Judge. He's on, his appearance was waived. I filed the discovery order, and I believe that's ready in your
Okay,
queue.
I'll sign it. Sure.
And then also Mr. Jimenez, the same thing, just put discovery ready for your signature.
I'll sign it for you, for sure.
What was the driver's license number again?
180.
180? Okay.
Yeah.
Marvin Love.
So the first one is just putting your bond commissions and estimate and no contacts, with Mr. Duarte, no drugs, no alcohol, recent to random drug testing, to Mr. Loman, and maybe more violations of care for were prior to it. And then you have to go with the one. That's your address, okay?
All right, so the one is.
And then no weapons, possession of firearms. And then also I have your next court date of May 15th, and you do not need to come that day, you can come up this up. Just stay from up with them, no minutes. We're starting tomorrow, Monday, Friday only, there's messages to that number from Assistant Paul. Find an application out if you need it. Now the current school, so if you get to get call them, you do have school. So
Hey.
make sure that you're responding to the messages every day.
And I'm approaching on the Brandon Lane case, which is on your docket this morning. You're familiar with the case. This is the gentleman that's got the competency question. We don't have any progress from last week to this week on that matter.
You want to set it farther then? Or no?
Yes, probably. And in the interim, I'm working on gathering there's significant kind of background and mental health background. I'm working on getting those records. We'll probably do another competency eval, or I'll talk to the court about an expert. I think when they did the last.
Money if you want it.
No, I know.
So
I think the last time they did the evaluation, there's some note in there. We don't have access to his records, which is a little bewildering to me because I think it's all been mostly county related support that he's gotten before. Well, it's in there's notations of it in the competency eval report that we've got.
Issue a subpoena?
No, I think I can get them with a release. And so, so I don't think that'll be an issue. I think I just need to compile them. I mean, there's 15, 20 years of records that I think that exist.
If you need any help, just let me know.
No, I certainly will. And then I told the state ultimately, they've made an offer. We're just not in a position to be able to take the offer at this point. And
they just offer your time, sir.
Yes. And well, but he spent a significant amount of time in custody.
Should we do a TRAS?
We tried, and he couldn't get through it because
That was the one that recommended community residential because of the suppressive behavior in jail. They won't take them in DRP. That's what we were.
Yeah, but they won't take him in DDRP.
But they also said during that he was experiencing delusions. So, I mean, that's where this whole issue.
Is he
came up.
taking any medication? Do you know?
Should he? Yeah, I think
Perhaps that will, hey, if he's taking medication, maybe that'll, lessen the aggressive behavior, and then maybe they'll take him if we say, hey, look.
For long enough time, I can look into.
And if he continues to take it, that's the problem is you take it one time, great. You take it 2 times, then you feel better. And then, oh, no,
you stop prescribing him anything because of refusal to take medication is what the reports have said to us.
okay,
Is
well,
that- That's my
I mean,
understanding.
whatever you want.
Yes. Well, I told the state ultimately it may just be, we go to a competency trial and have to evaluate it that way.
Okay.
But we're not quite there yet. So I would just get us a longer research.
Sure.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much.
Sure. If you need money, just let me know and I'm happy to give it.
Yes, Judge.
James,
Hey,
what's this?
what are you looking at there?
They just gave me these things here.
For objection?
No. For findings of fact, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, they never do that. No one ever follows that rule.
Here's one on mandamus. And the writs of prohibition. So a prohibition is to prevent the commission of a future act versus a mandamus is to nullify an act already performed.
Yeah, that's never gonna. Are we doing writ of mandamus on our case?
What's up?
It would be a prohibition.
See?
But you got to file it in the Court of Criminal Appeals.
Right, because everybody always wants to do that one. That's never it's like a rare unicorn.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just.
Did you email me anything? I didn't see.
No. Okay. I still think, based on the cases that we submitted, the state submitted a good case.
I did have another case, Your Honor, and I
The
have
reason
not
I,
had a chance to print it out yet, but I can do it for you right now
Okay.
if you'd like to look at
Did
it.
you email it to me?
I can also do that.
It's a waste of safe paper. Save it.
Okay, and yes, it's a similar case than the one that I sent you yesterday along the same case law, except this one also occurred on Southwest Freeway, where this occurred, so exact same location, same situation.
the reason I like that case,
Hold on. Let her finish.
I thought she was done. Sorry.
Sure.
That's about it, Your Honor. Let me find it.
Exact same thing
On the same freeway, yes, Your Honor.
on the same freeway, but not in a, I guess, in a tow truck.
I think she's seen near the car, not in a separate car, separate vehicle. Correct. So that's the distinction.
It is, Your Honor, and I would argue that that's not a worthwhile distinction. If you watch the body cam in this case, the defendant's vehicle is parked directly behind the tow truck. Whether they were seen outside the tow truck or she's inside the tow truck, it really does not make a difference.
She's never seen in the alleged vehicle. But the main thing I was gonna point out, if you read all the,
But that's a fact, but I don't think that's just dispositive of the whole thing, right?
okay, I
Because-
know, but so that's where I'm getting at. If you read that case, they stress like, hey, we don't want to convict people on their statement alone. That's why we have this rule from 1957.
But the distinction is a conviction versus probable cause. This is just a mere probable cause. Here,
No,
is there enough to go forward? Perhaps. Is there enough to convict?
no,
Right.
they have to have, this is a corpus delicti issue. They have to have corpus delicti to proceed with probable cause. So it's probable cause. What I guess what I'm saying is they're stressing that there should be other corroboration other than mere statement of defendant. There's a rule called mere presence alone. You know that rule.
Yeah.
She's
But
just
there
present.
but there is corroborating evidence.
Okay. Well, that's where we disagree, so.
How else would she do that? It's the middle of the night.
Your Honor, it's just to be
No,
clear,
it's
it's
not.
not the middle of the night. It's around 7:30 in the morning. The part of the freeway that they're on is a part of the freeway where two highways are converging and they're in the middle center shoulder, if that makes sense.
Wait. Okay.
So our argument here is that there's no way for the defendant to be able, or anybody else to be able to leave because there's 3 lanes of traffic in morning rush hour on the left and 3 lanes of traffic in morning rush hour on the right. And to further that, Your Honor, the defendant also does, and yes, I know it's a statement by the defendant, she does say that nobody else was in the vehicle with her, and that she was alone.
I mean, I think there's enough to go forward, James.
I was just gonna say one more thing.
Okay.
This whole thing about, oh, it's easier to find someone on the side of the highway. Again, I don't know who believes that or why that's
I
some
mean,
type of fact.
I'm looking at everything, the totality of everything, right? Now, this is just probable cause, right?
Yeah, I've already tried the whole case, so why, I'm feeling good about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll get her a rescheduled date.
Of course.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Of course. Thanks for, going to bed.
Yeah, put that case back there in the binder or something.
Okay, I'll save it.
All right, and I'm sending you this one. So you
Yeah, I still want to read the one that you sent, please.
Judge, I was told that you wanted conditions on Salomero, Cecilia?
Yeah, Selma. Okay, so GPS monitor prior to release, scram, no driving.
Any curfew?
Yeah, I guess, no, I don't want her out in the middle of the night because nothing good happened.
Yes, she was on a curfew previously, and then the BVR I don't think was ever addressed due to the revocation. Yeah, and it was for a curfew violation. So, did you want the 7 to 7 or 9 to 6?
9 to 6.
6. And Judge, in the future, do you think we could maybe hold off on stuff with bond conditions until I can make it back in here? Just so that I don't miss anything?
Sure.
Because I wouldn't have known about Miss Salomero at all. I almost sent her down.
I didn't brought her out. I didn't even see that you weren't here.
Were you helping court time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because that's why I think
Yes.
that is going to change this condition.
She may not, she might.
But they are kind of crazy conditions.
If they're, like what defense said, or sorry, what state said, then she's not gonna change judge Burns, because she may on the magistrate, but I mean, there's already like, it's just, I think it all comes over to.
That's why I'm thinking she already knows this. So I'm gonna put
But she will be here on Tuesday.
So there's no getting away.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna approach him today.
Okay.
He came back up. It's on the Anderson.
Yes.
You need to do,
Judge, may I approach?
Hi, Shreya, yeah.
He's on the first day. Yeah, he's already.
Judge, I'm just here for a reset on Cortland Roberts Clay.
Shh. I can't hear you, Shreya.
I'm here for a reset on Cortland Roberts Clay.
Okay.
I just got an offer. He made bond. And so I just need some time to go over evidence and the offer with him.
Okay. Is discovery complete?
Checking your.
1 second.
Looks like.
There's a lot of discovery, Judge, but I believe some rips are missing, but that's okay because we've got an offer.
What's missing?
Rips, Your Honor.
It's 130 days. Can you get it done?
I'll let the duty prosecutor know.
Please.
Yes, Judge.
How much time?
So what was it?
All right, how is April 15th through the 17th?
April 15th to the 17th, Shreya.
16th or 17th, please.
Yeah.
Thank
Wait,
you.
she said 17th.
And he is in the audience.
Required appearance, he's here.
Do you want it required?
Yes.
And you said the 17th, right? Or 16th?
Yes. 17th, Judge.
Okay,
Okay.
everything's in except the.
No, rip. Name of the rip, yeah. Okay, thanks, Shreya.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones? Is that you? It's not. Yeah. Okay, you can figure out, I'm gonna try it again.
Gary. Yeah. Vic, what case was it?
Moses on the jail
So,
docket.
do you remember the young lady that we had that was spreading feces all over herself?
Yeah.
We have that again. Not her, so.
It's somebody else like that. Okay.
Did you help us out with that last time?
Yeah, that was one. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
one, yeah.
the thing is, you know what, let me get the lawyers here so we can better explain.
Okay.
Mr. Dixon.
Who's Mr. D? Okay.
Today he's talking to another client.
Has he
about-
already reset?
Yeah.
We were going to today to have him evaled.
Oh, no,
Let me look at it.
It took it online.
So we sent him to get eval and he came back confident. And I'm like, how in the world?
Right.
So we've had a number of issues with him, even just in the jail. And bring him out here and just won't talk. So I guess, yeah, let's speak. Mine, here, let me.
Medical ascension. 792047. Yeah. She said.
Yes, I'll get the DAs in and then Mr. D in on it, and then that way we can kind of, you know, because you guys were able to do such a good job with the other young lady, and she's doing fine now.
She's doing good. Matter of fact, the group home that she's at, the lady just texted that she just called me to give that. She was doing.
Great.
Been doing well.
Wonderful.
Portland, others, come on up.
But yeah, let's
see what's going on and see what we can.
Hi, Chilling.
Hey, Judge, how are you? May we approach for a plea?
Oh.
This is on Joshua Jones.
Okay.
Go ahead and sign for your Lisa.
I don't know.
Judge, he has been on supervision for a very long time. He's been compliant while on bond. He sat in jail for what, several weeks, a couple weeks? He's been monitored. He's
Actions
had a
have consequences.
curfew.
He's got 2 open DWIs. Would I?
Have a suspended driver's license. He'll have 2 DWI convictions. The next one will be a felony. I think it's an appropriate resolution, Judge. He's been gainfully employed throughout this entire course of time.
What I was thinking is perhaps like a TRAS to see if he really needs sober court, you know? This is just a basic slap on the wrist. Yeah, you'll have 2 DWIs on your record, but a slap on the wrist, people will go wrap their cars around a pole the next week. I've seen it all too much. You know, my concern is on a slap on the wrist, have we really addressed the issue that needs what's going on as to why it continues to happen? You know, oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
No, we haven't. The idea is, and I'm being Mr. Jones, you know, when you take the easy way out, or when you take a half-ass approach to something in life, you get a half-ass result, you know? Whereas when you do something meaningful, maybe you'll get a better result. You know, if therapy, we do a TRAS and he does something like knocks their Aunt Connie's socks off, perhaps it's only on 1 as opposed to 2. This now, even the faintest smell of alcohol, you're looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary for the rest of your life. Don't matter where you go, don't matter what you're doing, don't matter what the circumstances are, you're looking at a 3rd-degree felony next time. And the problem is, have we really addressed the issue? Nope.
Wasn't enough.
Yes, prior pen trip too. Could be, next time could be a 15 to life. For the faintest smell of alcohol.
Have a previous TBC.
25 years ago.
Don't matter.
So that means if you get a felony, if you get another DWI, it's automatically a felony, like we talked about. And then it would be enhanced.
Something that happened 25 years ago to now, I feel like you understand and you know a person.
Well, that's not what he's saying. He's saying he's trying to describe what you would be initially charged with if you were to get another DWI. That's what would be the charge. That's what would be the consequences in the next circumstance. If it were to happen, which it's not. If that were to happen, that would be what you would be facing. That's all he's saying.
I understand.
It's putting yourself in a pretty tight.
I'm putting myself in anything. I know exactly what happened, just like I know what happened 25 years ago. And I've changed my whole life for prison. Just like you said, I've been employed with the same company for 13 years, 14 years since I've been home.
Mr. Jones.
His GPS, he's working from sun up to sundown. I think that's what's keeping him out of, I think that's helpful. And I think he's been doing good all these months.
I agree. You have been. But you don't get rewarded for following the law. You know, we don't pat you on the back for following the law. The reward is you don't go to jail. But you have 2 open DWIs. You've got some history. The law never forgets. Ever. It doesn't matter if it's 10 years old. It doesn't matter if it's 20 years old. You know, the problem is in life, you never know what's going to happen that's going to throw you into a loop and going to cause you to do something that you wouldn't normally do. The problem is when you do, if you do, the law doesn't forget. So if you go out and have just a half a glass of wine and you get pulled over, what do you think is going to happen? What I'm trying to tell you is it could be a very, very lengthy prison sentence prison sentence. And on a 15 to life case, the offers start at 10. That's my fear. Perhaps we could do something more worthwhile. I mean,
Because as far as the consequences of another DWI, if he were to be on probation, it'd still be a conviction. So they wouldn't change his consequences.
but if we do significant, like a TRAS, significant, like sober court-ish, and just on one, as opposed to two. What do you think of that versus this?
I can discuss it with him. We've kind of discussed it already, but we can discuss it again.
Even on one? I don't know if they'd be amenable to it, but
I can have a chat with them and my client.
Mr. Jones, I think this is a setup for failure, and I'm trying to prevent that from happening. The idea is to get to the root, get to the cause, figure out what's going on so we can deal with it. You can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself, right? Exactly. At some point, something, and this is a setup for failure. I'm being honest. It is. Just see if he's amenable and go from there. Jones, if we do a TRAS and there's significant, treatment, would you guys be amenable? Please.
The judge signs the one where the defendant goes back with the parties. That is it. I was just trying to talk about, I was gonna finish something before.
Yeah.
Station.
Right.
Okay, that's great. I think 80s are all especially out there.
Oh, no. I saw that you like started it, but then and then. That didn't do
Hello, how are you? Good. I have some of those things you don't.
Yeah, you'll have to approach with that one because I got the knowledge.
You did, and I got offers from state.
What was the other last thing?
Salvador.
What was the new law?
Time served or been on probation. He is concerned about immigration, so I don't want to resend it to explain everything with him.
You'll have to approach it. I have a judge. It'll be out.
That's awesome.
Hello.
How are you?
The issue is like we just started here.
Okay. Hey, come on.
Judge, how are you? Good. So, Judge, I have Mr. Salvador.
Locked out of my computer and I'm trying to, one second, let me see if I can get in. Okay, who do you have?
Salvador?
That's the last name.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, what's going on?
So he was denied DWI-PTI. He was speeding twice the legal limit. So Chief Guy said no. I spoke with state about 2 alternative offers, 15 months probation or time served. I would like the time to speak with my client because he's worried about immigration.
So it's 220 days old.
I just need a week, Judge.
What?
1 week just to explain everything, make sure he understands.
That's it. It's plea or trial at the next setting. He's got to be here.
Thank you, Judge. Can I be excused?
Now we'll take a seat. I'll be with you.
Thank you.
Give me a second, guys. I have to restart.
What is it, straight?
Yes, patience is the gift of virtue.
Something I don't have.
All right.
Anyway.
Time for your-
Yeah, you know.
Because of this, when I get home, I'm not gonna be able to use my computer. I have to bring it in. Problem is, I always forget to bring it in. You're supposed to bring it in at least once a month, you know? Okay, I'm sorry to keep you waiting, guys. I had to.
Take your time, Judge.
No, okay, we're good. All right, let's talk.
Hey, Mr. Garrett has the floor, Judge.
Good morning, Your Honor. Again, there, I did speak with Mr. Dixon there and with the chief ADA there in regards to Mr. Walter's situation there. I noticed that he has a felony case pending out of 248. Normally, Judge Unger will contact me when you have individuals this, you know, what's going on with him there.
This is a new thing, though.
So it must be a new thing with him. So I'm going to meet with the triage team in the morning at 10 to get him seen by a prescriber to see if they can see what's going on with him, possibly getting some meds. And if they do get him meds, it typically takes about 2 weeks for them to get adjusted to the meds and kind of see how he goes from there.
We've had some issues where he's been a little aggressive and he's been spitting on people. So just be careful. I know Echegoyen can tell you if there's anything else that is, because I don't know the extent of what he's done, guys, as far as being down in the tank and being aggressive. But if you don't mind, perhaps letting Gary know so that he can be on the lookout for any kind of issues. What happened today, that's something completely new. And so that's why I reached out to you, because we had another lady with the same issue where she was just, every time she came up here, every time she would completely smear herself. Every single time. And you could, it was just.
I remember that.
But he was able to help her out, get her into a group home, and she's doing great now. So hopefully we can help Mr. Moses with the same thing.
And the
Just
great thing
take
about
the
with
time.
him is that he's already on the mental health floor. So I reach out to them. So that's a good thing behind him is that, so he's on their
That's
radar.
neat. Yeah, sure.
So give me a.
So don't contact Miss White then, I guess, right? Because he's gonna, okay, great. Gary, you're the best.
And if you need Helena White, I can reach out to her.
Well, no, I mean, if you're gonna just help out.
We're gonna
then-
take it from
Yeah,
there.
great.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you, Chief.
Hi, are you ready?
Good morning, Judge.
Morning.
We're approaching Mr. Raymond Pat.
I see.
And he actually already signed the waiver.
Okay.
Did you want to admonish him, Judge?
Did you get anyone else want to talk about? No? That's
No,
it?
Your Honor, that's all I have.
Great, thanks.
Thank you. Have a good one.
I can print out this email you and ask the county. If not, I can print it out. Just to.
Well, the other solution would be go to trial for no reason.
Yes.
For probation.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, and then should have. Okay.
That's how.
Actually, the extension was 30 days too. So
Thank
it's-
you. And he's got a little thing on the docket. Yeah, so he's probably go all over the attached, so you should be able to see.
Sorry, sir.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Let's keep resetting.
Um,
Like it across the. Express the reality.
I mean, if you want to, I'm comfortable.
I just asked.
Hi, yes.
I have no idea.
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you today?
Pretty good, you?
Good, thank you. So I had a client who you did bond conditions for earlier, Muleta, and he left, and then he emailed me saying that he lives in the same apartment complex as the complaining witness.
You just left?
He just left, and then he emailed me, and I was in another court. So should I have him appear tomorrow when I look at it?
I told him not to leave. I like it.
No, he signed his bond conditions with her, and then he leaves, and then I talked to him, and then he
you
emailed
did
me and
talk-
said, yes. But he didn't tell me any of this at the talk, but then he emailed me and said, but I live in the same apartment complex as the complaining witness. So do I need to get, because you only gave him 200 feet away from her. So do I need to get him back up here tomorrow or? okay.
Yes, and I'm gonna admonish him because I told him not to leave until that we were done.
Right.
Right, maybe, but yeah, regardless, please have him come to
I'll do
me.
that. Thank
Okay.
you, maybe.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Tell him if he fails to appear, I will revoke his bond.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, I don't think get a sign before we get to the way, but it's not.
No,
It's a fugitive issue.
he does anyways.
Wait a minute. I said no.
What's that?
I'm waiting for you to say.
Come on,
So
we're here already.
just the, it's not on docket. It was that fugitive case yesterday where they seized a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
So the case is still pending. Obviously, we'll come.
I think the day was,
Well, this is my question. It's a fugitive case. I don't know. There's no report. There's nothing to show what property was taken, right?
and
It's-
under what authority?
So she went, the wife. So even if I filed a motion, I mean, I don't even know that they're going to give her back the property because she's not under the motion, under the name that I would file. And you might want me to wait until.
Look, you
Dismiss-
do what you need to do.
Well, okay. Well, I'm asking a motion to restore property. Would you even consider it before I file it?
Of course I would.
Okay.
But
But the case is still pending. That's why I'm asking.
Well, no. So the problem is that the state, I'd like to get the state's position. And unless they can justify that it's like instrumentality of a crime, or if they can somehow link it to, of some kind of crime, how can they justify keeping it? So file it, we can have a hearing. I got to give the state sufficient time so that they can be ready. I don't know, is it 3 days? You want to talk
Well,
to
I mean,
Dave
they
to
don't
see how
even-
much time?
Here's the issue. It shows the sheriff's office.
Subpoena the officers who took it.
We don't know who it is. And
The arresting officer, who arrested?
whoever went in, my client, his wife were telling me we're wearing like some sort of like task force jacket. I don't even know if it's the sheriff because there's not a report. There's nothing for me to look
There's
at.
always a report somewhere. You know, they have to file, they can't just arrest someone and not create some kind of.
Right, and then seize the property.
Right. So there has to be something, get with Day to see, you know.
I think I'll try it.
When they arrest someone, you know, there's a list of people
I mean,
who
I agree
arrested.
with you, but.
So start subpoenaing all the people to come to court and we can have a hearing. on the property.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything because it's a fugitive case, you know.
But they should. I know you don't, but they should.
I don't know that they have much either.
I'm asking Dave about it.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's not like it's a rush, but I told them I'd approach you on, so I'll let y'all look at it. Come open. Thank you.
But I mean, if it's money and you're telling me money, how does the state get to hold on to someone else's money?
Exactly. They're telling me it's like $4,000, which is telling an iPad, a phone. So maybe they're investigating something else when they went in. I don't know. He says he came outside, they arrested him, and then they went in the apartment and took a bunch of stuff. I don't know. Without a report or without anything, I can't say whether they're being truthful or not. So,
I don't know. There's got to be a way that you can get this
I hope so.
information. There has to, do you even know the agency?
Sheriff's Office. I know,
but is it out of what? Like
South there's not going to be a call for service. It was a warrant. I mean, there might be some MDTs if I can find out who the officer is.
They see what you can find out for him. Because Dave's pretty. Dave's crafty. He knows. He's the GOAT, you know?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you. What's that?
Yeah. Did you get your video?
Yeah, I think I did.
All right. Did they make enough of this?
Yes, they did.
All right. Now is people for the sentence.
I will be gone. I believe we before, so it has to, I leave, but it's not going to be stuff. So I can do 7 or 8. I'm here tonight, so days are all for the.
What's the minus if you're already in?
Okay, cool.
Wait about parents and you'll do the last one, because you're gonna be right over 500 1 year.
Okay.
All right, got it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You saw the one, and then couldn't help it, or what?
They said they wouldn't give her anything without a motion. And then the other issue is, are they gonna give anything to let her, she's not? I think Delaware. So it was supposed to.
No, this is the pre-trial I'm waiting on right now. She apparently, there's a core. So they was, yes, thank you.
But Abigail, that case you sent me, what a terrible case, man. Hey, you run out of gas at 1 a.m. on the Southwest Freeway?
Yeah.
And then you get rear-ended and someone else dies?
Yes, there's a death in that case for sure. It's not a. It's a wrong case. Oh, okay.
I'll hear.
Okay.
So the official.
Sorry. No, I got. It's frustrating.
So the either some. Yeah, I just.
Bruce Owens. Yeah, that's gonna follow up and sure she got me in restitution.
Oh, yeah, she says, she does it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. All right. That's all you want. Yeah, sure. G. H. No. Zero, 1, 6.
There's a notary beyond docket. Last name is Dowell. Take a look and see what you want to do with that.
Absolutely.
Victoria, that kid, DVD is gonna reinvent this.
Okay, so then I'll put it on for March 31st.
Thanks. I will to the car. Yeah, that's what we're.
Thanks, Alex.
We're going on. I don't know, my wife wanted to take a little one to that one, so we're gonna go early. It's under.
It's right on. This is it.
It seemed incredibly similar in terms of facts. I mean, despite the data obviously are right.
Okay, so.
Also on Southwest Freeway, on the side of the road, down right there, nobody else.
Yeah.
This one. Go ahead.
It's the first time I see this one.
What? Yeah. It is, but it's just a little waiver appreciation.
It's the type of waiver we use here.
Annie gets a copy, Sharon's get a copy. And usually we end up emailing those. So I get a heads up that. Yeah. Yeah. I just want to confirm he's okay that I'm not gonna do an entry without a sign for the users. I know I saw that. I know. Are you seriously? Okay, I know.
Just maybe be approached. Mr. Jones would like to say a few words on his own behalf, if that's okay with the court.
Sure.
Mr. Jones?
Did we ever get a T-Res in this case?
Let the judge know why you should be able to move forward with this. He's listening. What, like you told me outside? Yes.
Judge Fleischer, I totally understand like what you said as far as dealing in regards to the overall outcome of the case in which you feel in the future you like to move on. I understand exactly what I've done. I'm accountability of that, accept that.
What was a turning point for you that you told me about? Nothing. The last time you got arrested.
Something that I never wanted to put myself. Like
Remember
I
how you
said,
said, Judge Fletcher's words made you self-evaluate?
yeah.
Tell them that part.
It made me self-evaluate, the outcome of what I want to do as far as with my life, not be.
What have you done differently?
What have I done
What have
differently?
you done differently? Nothing. You've done absolutely nothing except just work. You've done nothing. So
Judge John, he expressed to me outside, I think he's just a little nervous. We talked about saying this to you directly. He expressed to me outside that the last time he got arrested and you said your words to him, he really went in the back. And when he was in custody that time, he really thought about like how he got here and what he needs to do moving forward. He reflected on his mother and when she passed and how when that time period came, he probably didn't grieve properly. And that's kind of how he started
and
drinking.
that's exactly my point.
But Judge, moving forward, I do agree, therapy is absolutely wonderful, but he has been going to AA or NA, and he does still go. And so he has taken those steps since that, and he is on that path now. And with working a job and going to NA and dealing with his grief appropriately, with the support of his family, with the support of his children, and having the pride and ability to provide for them has really put him in a good place. And these are not my words. This is exactly what he said to me outside when he wasn't nervous. I just really wanted you to hear it. And so I'm literally just articulating exactly what he
So
just
he's
told
in
me.
a PTI program. Did they kick him out because of the DWI or they kick him out prior to?
That's why they removed him.
So here's what we're gonna do. I'm sending you for a drug and alcohol test right now. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system, and we'll go from there. But I want a complete full panel. I want to know everything, and we'll see. But I have a problem when we just give another proverbial slap on the wrist and just throw him out to the wolves with now 2 DWIs and with a prior pen trip. It's a recipe for disaster. And the problem is that, yeah, you're grieving over your mom, you do this, but at the end of the day, you've done nothing to address any potential issues that there may be, so that whenever there is another catastrophic event in your life, because there's going to be, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and it's going to happen. How are you going to cope with it? Are you going to do something? Are you going to go hit the bottle? Are you going to go hit something else even more hard? And then you're going to get in the car, you're going to kill someone? The idea is that you learn from these mistakes. You telling me that you've learned something is no. Everybody tells me there's little bunnies jumping in the woods. That's what everybody says because they're here now. What have you truly done to address the issue? That's what I want to know. And before we go forward on anything else, if I'm going to accept this, I want to send you for a drug and alcohol test now. Okay?
Okay, we'll do.
All right. Thanks.
So we have a defendant that's on docket for fugitive docket, but he wasn't brought up because they weren't brought up because of processing.
Okay.
But we received a fugitive packet from PC court stating missing the waiver, whether they refused to sign.
I've let Danielle about it.
And
I've asked him, because I think Ray wanted to speak with Dave about it, so.
yeah,
I told Dave about it.
it's a situation where we're missing a waiver with a signed judge signature.
Did he waive or no?
So Judge,
It's like a refusal, but there's no refusal with the signature, and they wanted to give it to
Why
me to
didn't they
give
not?
to
Why did
you.
not? Why did the magistrate not get a signature on anything?
We don't know.
Okay, so let's.
And
I need to get him a lawyer so we can figure out what's going on, so he doesn't just sit there and languish. So, have we appointed this person a lawyer?
Well, they're not in process and weren't brought up today. That's why I wanted to ask you, see what you wanted to do about it.
What's the cause number?
It's 2555059.
Stage 34 and Docket.
Was it because it wasn't provided?
It just wasn't included in the packet.
Well, that's why they didn't get him to sign it, then, right?
It's kind of weird. The deputy, I don't know how PC Court works, and like the staff down there, but they said the person that supposedly provides the packet, the defendant, it wasn't included with it, and when they published it, pushed it all through. The person that was responsible for it had already left for the day, so.
Let me make sure this is the right person.
There's another fugitive commitment paperwork that was signed as well, stating that the defendant refused, but it's not the actual refusal order with the judge's signature on it. So we can't accept that without.
Are we talking about Sisley?
Sisley, yes, Judge.
Okay.
What's your phone? 2497429. All right, can you do a motion to stop so we can get on the Absolutely. You ain't even get off
Motion sub?
Yes. Y'all read my mind.
Owen.
Judge, I'm here on a petition for occupational driver's license on Mr. Sino.
Oh, that must be the gentleman in blue over there. Is that him?
It's a gentleman in a gray shirt.
Gentleman over there.
Mr. Sino has a DWI case in Galveston County. Case is essentially brand new. Our first setting is March 14th, so I don't have any discovery yet. The reason for filing the application in your court is that he is a resident of Harris County, so he.
But normally you file it where the DWI is open so that they can kind of monitor with the open DWI.
Well, if they had jurisdiction over it, sure, but they don't until the conviction occurs. They're not like us up here where you have jurisdiction over stuff because you're being given that jurisdiction by the civil judges.
No, but you can still file it over there. It's either in the county of residence or county of where the charge is currently filed.
Well, until the conviction occurs, they don't have jurisdiction over it. And that would mean he would have to file it in a civil court. Because he lives here, this is the appropriate venue for the civil occupational.
I was of the opinion that it got denied over there. Is that not?
No, he filed a motion for one before telling me about it. And I told him, look, don't do that. That's not the appropriate place to do it. You have to do it in Harris County because you live in Harris County. I never asked them for it because, in my opinion, it's not the appropriate venue. And they'll easily say no to it, I would imagine, because they're civil judges. They're not going to want to do it.
I mean, has his license, if you're saying it's brand new.
It's ALR suspension. He didn't request an ALR hearing in time. So there's a suspension because of the ALR. Started on March 1st.
That's correct.
So I would need to know a whole host of things, like I'd run his NCIC. Does he have any prior DWIs?
No, he has nothing, Judge.
Oh, was it a breath test, blood test? You know,
I believe it's a blood draw.
Do you know anything?
We're reaching out to Galveston and to get more information about the offense, and I can try to run NCSC right now.
It's a running up. He allegedly failed to stop at a stop sign. He didn't stop at the right part of the stop sign. Went around the corner where he couldn't see, so he pulled out too far. And so from what I've been told by him, they arrested him for failing to stop at the appropriate point. I don't know what the blood draw, I don't know yet because I don't have any evidence from them as far as what the blood draw is.
Jesse.
And he is I will tell you, Judge, he is volunteer. He's on the volunteer fire department in League City. Although he lives here, he's a member of a volunteer fire department, I believe in League City, right? Is what? Southeast. Anyway, he's a volunteer fire officer. He has no prior history. He's one of the very few gentlemen that I've had an opportunity to defend over the years, but I'm confident that you will have no trouble from him while his case is pending. And as far as counseling is concerned, I've already explained to him that under the new law, it's mandatory and he's willing to do it.
Judge, here's his history if you want to see that.
And Your Honor, I see no prior DWIs. The only prior he has is the theft, and the only cases he had open are the DWI in Galveston as well as the UCW.
He had a gun in the car with him when they arrested him, the DWI judge.
360. And then we said, fine, you know, but something about it.
As far as employment, Judge, Mr. Sino he builds signs, so he travels widely across the state of Texas.
He's gonna have to get treatment though.
I understand. I've told him. He knows.
And then I'm not giving him unrestricted access to all night, all day, all night,
I understand.
So.
I've explained that to him too. The maximum you can give is 12 hours. So we know that.
And an in-law, obviously.
Well, he has one already. I knew it would be a condition. It's a condition of the occupational license anyway. So yes, he's got it. And I've provided proof to your
state. What do you have any place, any jurisdiction, what do you think? I was going to keep you in the loop too. Applicant is, hey, what's new? Here it is. Good catch.
I almost got it.
So it's an ALR suspension ending in August. Because he lives. So lives, where does he live? League City?
No, he lives
Well, don't say the address.
He lives in Houston.
I see it. I see it. It's Houston. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously with the restrictions already.
All right, so just give me proof that he's got the occupational, get me the hours.
You give the hours.
Well, right, I mean, 12 hours there. Right, and then, like, it's only for work.
Understood.
Right, so.
Understood.
Like, if he's not, I don't want unfettered Saturday, Sunday lollygagging, no.
Understood.
It's only for work, that's it,
Okay.
All right, okay, Owen.
Thank you, Judge.
For sure. Portions, ready? Hey, what's new?
Nothing much.
Great to see you.
Good to see you too. I have a PDO swap so that the misdemeanor attorney can handle it and they can get experience, things like that. So it should be in your paper queue. I'm handling the felony and then Adam will be handling the misdemeanor.
So what?
Adam, one of our PDOs, he'll be handling the misdemeanor here and I'll be handling the felony.
Okay, sure, well, of course. Got it. Okay, thanks. Good to see you.
I understand, but that's what we're trying to do right now. We're trying to get, but they have been, I know they're trying to. She's gonna be able to. Yeah, we have to have. So I just want to go approach.
Okay. Power sticking up. Hey, I'm calling calling Sylvia now. Hey.
Thank you.
I know.
And now, Mr. Dixon, if you don't mind, you can go
I think Judge signed off on it. If there's anything you need from me, please let me know.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I think I have it. So have a seat.
I mean, it's just accidents happen. Yeah. In court and everything, okay. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so it's when she gets that. Somehow she'll get accustomed. It's crazy.
He's gonna do the drug test today.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Hi, Max.
How are you?
I have a BVR with you.
I know, that's why I'm coming in here to talk to you about, because I think I dropped the ball. I've been distracted with stuff with my dad's cancer, and it's me. My dad's going back to chemo again. My sister now has, was diagnosed on
Hold. Who are we talking? I don't even.
Andrade. Juan Andrade.
He failed to appear for a test.
No, sir. He has a BVR because he has a curfew. He wears a GPS and a scram device. We were here a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
We asked to modify his curfew to allow him to work because he rides with somebody. All he was asking for was to be able to, instead of leaving at 5:30 in the morning, leaving at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
I was under the impression that he was sending the letter of his employment to his pretrial officer because of a Spanish breakdown and my issues. He sent it to me.
Don't worry about it.
That
Just
being
get
said,
it.
I've sent it to pretrial. I went over and I met with her just a minute ago. I've sent it to pretrial. The BVR is because he left at 5:16 in the morning,
That's not.
and that's on me. So anyway, that being said, I've done that, and I was hoping we can waive coming in on Friday and waiving his appearance.
Yeah.
Please. Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, just make sure you get with Fleischer.
I did. I emailed her the
where she is.
documentation. She's in court number 7. That's why I was sitting here for the longest time. I was waiting for her, but then I just was told that she's over in court. So I went over and got that done. Thanks, Judge.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Of course.
All right.
Hey, just, Mac.
Yes, sir.
She needs it, just let her know to waive the signature, that way then.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Is it okay?
Okay. So whatever reset he wants then,
What else?
whatever reset Mac wants,
Okay.
because we've addressed the BVR. That we're gonna put it on for this Friday.
Okay. Judge, on page 8, Fernandez, Gonzalez. Except for Raymond Belton here first time.
0.501.
It's the.
Page 5, Garza is here, but if you, did work out or is there more something? And I just.
Because I've been emailing them all morning, I haven't heard from them. And that's why the last time, you know, I got a visit. So it's not. It's fine.
Mr. Calendar? Give me one moment. Well, is he?
That's what I'm going with it. Yeah. I didn't think I needed. And that's all you need, transportation. So if you don't actually do it, feedback or so we don't know that it stresses in a contract, it's a benefit shouldn't have given. See, that's. I don't care if they're hoping y'all, whatever. It's not.
Hey, you ready?
Mr. Tom, mail me a function.
We have a plea, Judge.
Okay, we're in the Good morning, Mr. Towner. Sir, you're charged with illegal dumping. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 6 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this. Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. How do you plead to the offense?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you to it. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Mr. Towner? Judge, I'm here with the clerk.
Is he hired or?
Hired. I just
Okay.
wanted to make sure.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Towner? Okay, how much money you make? Yeah, wait a minute. Okay.
Mr. Towner, you need to go to the first order of elections for the your class today. Make sure you stop everything. On the first one. Yes. Right here at the cafeteria. Thank you.
It's not as always big.
Judge.
Joshua Jones,
We have 2 cases.
you can go ahead and head over to 49. You know where to go for the drug test, right? Just check in with them. I'll let them know, and whenever you're done, just make sure you come back tomorrow. Okay? You're gonna just go over there. This weekend.
I mean, one time, those letters are very stupid. At that place, and one time, I know, like, show it. I let it out.
So to judge effective or during the Loris G. Yeah.
Oh, you're saying that's.
So the magistrate court was supposed to sign, they were yes. 3-6, something. That was you did? Yeah. Take your turkey. And the rest of this, is it, they underlined refused? Yeah, they were on documents this morning. This morning. Dude. I signed that this morning. Yeah, no, I'm traffic all this. You know what, call. That's ridiculous. Yeah.
Oh, but he hasn't done it yet. I just entered the motion.
Yeah, I gotta go back. Cold. Where, in Cancun? Oh, no. Never cold.
Yeah. The one for extension.
Now, I got weapons.
That's where you live?
For the.
No, those videos, the originals, the way, the companies, will seal it.
Oh, this.
Yeah. I like to do the one where it has time.
Hey, you think you can hang?
Right now, no. 40 years ago. But 40 years ago, I'd be hanging around with kids. They say to be looking for me.
And that legislation but I also support
I know.
email as well. That's not yet.
Can you hang with
I'll email sheriffs really being unique.
Oh, no. There you go. Go on, take my sheriff off.
Yeah.
Candy with my old.
But not.
I need to get to the plea.
Yeah, my bad. No, you can. And support.
The match is A ready.
You.
Yes.
So,
I didn't know what it was.
I didn't know you were
Here today.
What is it?
No, sir.
How did you not know?
I don't know where you been. So you
got
been
it
here
every
now?
now and then.
I was just in court 6 and just talking about it.
So you in here now?
She's training.
He said,
You train. So get back to training.
How about you back to
I'm about to go out with my homework.
Wait, you don't have a pipe, so I got that.
We done that, we finished.
You got a point, I know I have a point. I'm gonna eat something.
Yeah, sir.
I eat it in moderation. I'm not giving up on no pizza, man. Come on, you telling me I gotta eat this stuff? No, Doc, I'm a cheat. I ain't gonna go overboard, but I'm gonna eat when I want me a good old thing of blueberry ice cream. I'm not gonna eat the whole box, I'm gonna eat half of it. I love blueberry ice cream. I don't know where I could go without eating some ice cream during the summertime. You like blueberry one? That's my favorite. Vanilla, that's all I eat, vanilla.
Think of this cream. You know. Central Records.
Where'd you get the drink back in the day?
Every time.
You been having no standing.
No, man. Only reason I didn't get DWIs, we didn't have cars. That's the only thing saved me in my youthfulness, man. We didn't have cars, man. You get a DWI riding a wheelbarrow. Yeah, buddy. The time saved me. We used to have moonshine and that. People had to make it. Make it out of plum, make it out of plum. Yeah. Bunch of drunkards in mountains.
Yeah, like you wait, I just want to make sure that I'm.
I had discussions with San everything they email. It's got me descriptions. No, I'm sure about worst to word. The originals, you get them last first.
That's right, you okay?
The original bond. Yeah, no, that's, yeah. But the original copy. You don't have it around. I'm sorry about it. Bond or you can. Yeah, the sheriff.
Don't get one of those foods that you mobilize.
At some stage you can't. Like I've read that, like some.
You can get a DWI. Yeah.
You know, that's what we're doing.
The email, you don't, there's, matters, honestly,
Doesn't matter. Yeah. No. I've gotten a couple legends before. I love them. And so look how everybody's talking about those. How we get caught.
That's not a good one. That's just for him to show.
Do they all get that? I just want to turn on my nose.
Yeah.
Because it's what it's
I think that.
It makes sense.
No, I'm not an ignorant. I just want to make sure this last time we.
Not just fix stuff till we're on this end.
Well, we'll figure it out as we go, you know?
Okay, cool. I pledged Docket one. Now this third one is good too.
Divided attention required to operate a load, fiscal, a motor. It sounds like it's going. Yeah. Everything's. There's a teacher in regards to his kid who basically makes up his own word. I think he's great. It's just like basically just through all of the stereotypes. Isn't everybody creating and like everything else? It's fun. It's fun. But I don't like, I think I just specifically. That's all I look at. People go down. I wish I was there. Oh, there's always alcohol on going. Right, oh, Penny. He had made up his own word. I'm gonna buy it. There's only two I can read it. My little one is learning how to read. Make sure people have the pictures. I'm like, these little, they're doing a lot. I don't see if we could say.
Way too much time on occupation. I get it. Okay, Vic, you wanna go through the list?
Page 5, Garza, I still haven't heard from council. Oh, I'm sorry, you said it was over after you've done resetting.
Is it a requirement?
No.
No, it's not a requirement.
Then I don't think so, but we need somehow, he needs treatment.
So like a DWI educational class or something now? Oh, no. Yeah, no, I just want to look at, it's being the news extra. If we're gonna go to trial.
That becomes a problem because DPS looks at those education classes and the way they suspend someone's license.
I didn't.
Guys, education, so if you take multiple DWI education classes, a second one, they're gonna suspend your license. So if we do this DWI education class now, and then he does one on a first and Galveston, let's just say he pleads and then he does as part of a plea bargain, they'll end up probably suspending his license when it shouldn't have in the first place because, but.
AA classes? I mean, once or twice a week. I don't know, whatever you think.
Which is a TRAS. And can we waive the fee? Can we waive it? Okay, so I guess let's do that because I just don't know what to do. So let's do a TRAS, waive the fee so you don't have to pay for it and let's see what they say.
Okay.
Because we don't know.
Yeah, and then he'll
What
have
if
to
he needs
submit
something?
whatever treatment they think is appropriate.
We go with whatever that says. What if you
Yeah.
need something more,
Okay.
you know?
All right.
Yeah. But at least we can waive the fee so you don't have to pay for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Judge, did you ever do that thing on Towner?
Yes.
Did you sign some stuff?
No.
Thank you.
Alicia, get ready.
Friday? Yeah. I knew it was coming, it's okay.
We're gonna be sending a lot of people to test.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Can we approach each other?
so we're doing the 30 days? Okay.
Meeting person tells us to start that, just so we keep trying to go. No, then. Oh, yeah.
Hi, Dustin.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
How's that boy?
We're gonna work the case out. Are you talking about my client I'm always here on?
How can we forget? He's okay?
Yeah, he's fine. No, we're set for trial next week. Everything's finally in. There could be a separate.
Sure, he's okay.
Yeah, no, he's actually doing good.
I haven't heard.
That's a positive though. That's a positive. No, he's been doing good. He's in a stable situation with look at that. Oh, hey, I still got it. Thank you. So Judge, it's on trial docket next week. We've got a deal worked out. If you accept it, will you take 30 days in custody? I know that he won't make a probation. I know he won't make a probation. And we all know he won't make a probation.
That's why we need it. You know what I'm thinking? Hold on. Sober court.
He's not gonna make it, Judge. Yes, he will.
He will. They bend over backwards to help
I know they
people.
do, but you're not. We're not picking him up.
And I'm not the judge.
I know, but we're not picking him up and bringing him to court. We're not paying for his Uber to get here. He can't drive.
You will get him an occupational license.
No, he won't drive. He smokes weed. No, he can't drive, Judge. I've told him he cannot drive. He's done driving because he would rather. He doesn't like the way Xanax makes him feel, and I don't want him driving with marijuana in the system. So I told him, like, dude, you can't drive anymore. And he's not. And I think, but I will say this has been at least a decent experience for him for a wake up. He's doing better and doing decent.
I will give you that he's been doing better for the last, month? When was the last time we put him in? A month ago? Month and a half?
I was in Cancun.
I know. You were having fun. I don't know, Dustin. I really don't, because I truly think it's setting him up to fail. Because, what do you think? Blaze, what do you think? Is it setting him up to fail? I know the adage, you can lead a horse to water, but can't force him to drink, right?
And I don't, because I don't know the case that well, I don't really have the history behind it, so I don't know if we're setting it up to fail or not. I speak with the defense counsel about it.
So you're basically asking me to accept the time served on a second. And I don't do time serves on a second. I can't.
Well, it's only time served because he's been in custody a bunch of times.
But I'm not going to reward him for violations, though. It absolutely is.
But none of us, we all want the case to be done. I think we all agree on that at least.
I don't. I'm not in this to just.
He would be serving additional jail time with the 30 days. He has 6 days credit.
He has 6?
Yes.
Oh.
No way.
No, he's not one.
He's got a lot more than that.
Oh, when I looked it up.
I know it. Technically, it says it there.
Yeah.
But.
No, he'd have 6 times 3 is 18. So you have to do 4 more days, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not in it just to move it. I want you to leave better than you came.
Okay, I understand that. But the guy, he doesn't want probation. What do we do? We go to trial and he's not probation eligible from the jury anyway. The jury can give him probation. How do we resolve it then?
Did you offer 30?
Yes, after negotiation with defense.
I don't think that's, I mean,
Okay.
at the minimum, what I'd like to do is I want to have them TRAS to see what do they recommend, you know? I know you don't want it. I know that you're advocating for your client, and I'm never going to begrudge you for it, Dustin, but you and I both know that's a setup for failure. And I know that you're trying to get it, move it, and just, but
Oh, no, I would love for him to be able to succeed on probation. It's just, I don't want to set somebody up to fail on probation. And I know that, please, when you do a
this,
second.
now, this, doing what we're doing now, we're setting him up to go to felony court
Exactly.
in,
That's literally what I'm saying. Like that is what I'm saying. That is my, obviously it's a concern. It's just like a DWI. You need to do it again. It's a third. That's why I said you can never drive a car again if this is what happens. Because
do you think that he's really gonna, like, Dustin?
I have no idea.
You know.
I mean, you and I both know. Don't, I mean, we
You
can
know.
guess. We can certainly guess, but he sees where it's gotten him now. I mean, he's become a viral TikTok star, unfortunately.
I think that I really, but the point is try to get him better off than he left. And I think that by the proverbial slap on the wrist, we're setting him up for felony court
I don't.
for next week.
I understand that. I don't disagree with you on part of that. But I'm also setting up to, not succeed either by, getting into some sort of probation program. If you want to.
I don't think 30 is appropriate with him. I really don't.
Okay.
I'd like to have him TRAS.
Okay, but let's assume that what would you accept so I can talk to him about what the possibilities
I don't know. I want treatment. That's what I want.
I know.
That's what I want.
Sure, what I can do is.
I'm not interested in jail time. I don't want jail. I want treatment. That's what I want.
T-Rad, Your Honor, I can try to sweeten the pot a little bit and drop it to a first, and that way you serve the probation on the first.
Husband.
That way it
Sure.
isn't jail.
Yeah, well, it's helpful. I mean, he's got jail credit to cover jail time, but
Yeah.
Well, I want to do this. I mean, I know their experts aren't available anyways next week. Let's just take off trial docket and TRAS him. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll send the notice.
So just pull up trial docket. We'll be here next week. Well, Ben will be here. I'll be at rodeo.
So can we keep him on and then we'll send him for a TRAS that day?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's just set,
Okay.
just pull, just make a notation so they don't forward through.
I know he's not going to like it, but sometimes in life.
Yeah. I understand.
Thanks, Dustin.
All right, thanks.
Please, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Sammy Torres.
I know I had it here somewhere.
Yes, sir.
Oh, no. No. Good morning, Mr. Torres.
Morning.
Sir, you're charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated, first offense. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 1 year in jail to be probated for 12 months. Is this a true first?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
As part of the agreement, you will do a DWI education class, a victim impact panel, no breath test refusal, meaning if you're pulled over in a car, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it. If you fail to do it while you're on this probation, you're in violation of this agreement. Substance abuse treatment, no drugs, no alcohol, guardian interlock, 15 hours of community service, and a $100 one-time donation to Houston Food Bank. How old are you?
23.
Okay. Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this, it's over. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
He's here on a bond violation, correct?
Yes, sir. He was supposed to have come to court yesterday and he didn't come, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Because of a bond violation, right?
I don't know about the bond violation, Judge. I think he just missed
Thought he
court.
had a bond violation. Let me see. He failed to appear in his drug test. I'd like to send him now for a drug test. Is it possible?
After we take the plea, I can send him for a drug test, otherwise we'll have to wait on Fleischer.
See what the new attorney is.
If I find that you're using while you're on this probation, I will put you in a rehab facility. If you are unable to stop, then it's really not going to go well for you. And I'm telling you, if you end up going to a treatment facility, you will be there for a minimum of 6 months, if not longer, depending on how well you respond to treatment. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hear me loud. Hear me clear. Because after today, there's no more chances, Mr. Torres. If you fail to go to a drug test, if you fail to test, if you test positive, you will go into a treatment facility. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I am giving you the opportunity now to stop on your own. If you are unable to do it, we will do it my way, and you're not going to like it. The worst possible thing you can do is fail to show up for a meeting with your probation officer. If you ever have a problem, you could come here, we can talk about it, we can work it out. But if you pick up a new case, if you continue to test positive, it's really not going to go well for you.
Yes, sir.
Now, is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above on this case? Breath test.
I'm not sure what it was.
It's true, Judge. I told him he had a 0.15.
Okay, so true, the enhancement.
0.51 and
So he also has an accompanying felony with this. Is that going to be dismissed as a result of this? Do you know?
I did not know he had a felony, Joe.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it was dismissed already earlier. All right, how do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. Do you work now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you must maintain full-time employment while he's on probation as well. All right, Mr. Torres, good luck. Well, I'm not asking much. All I want are my streets to be safe. If you endanger my streets, I have only one place for you.
Yes,
If
sir.
you violate this agreement, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You're facing 1 year in jail. If you fail to do your stuff on time, you test positive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good luck. We'll have you see the clerk.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. D. Okay, are you ready? The case that just won't go away.
Almost, but yes, sir. And my client's been coming down as ordered every single time she's here. The latest update is 1 to 2 business days, the certificate will be in her possession. And so I'm going to ask if we could roll it to Friday to have her.
You okay with Friday? Thursday?
Well, I just like that extra buffer. I don't want her to come Thursday.
I'm okay with Monday, right? But if it's not certificate in hand, then she's got to be here.
That would be great. I'm pretty sure it will be. Just she talked to somebody this week. They notified her and told her they had everything. Then they said the 1 to 2 business days. We don't know what that means. We're just yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll put it on for Monday and then hopefully she has it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. See you later.
Are you waiting on, Amy, what are you waiting on?
And then waiting on one more feature that has a label in there as well.
Hi, Harold.
Morning, Judge. How you doing?
What's going on, man?
I was here for Mr. McGee, Judge, the fugitive. He had a few misdemeanor cases in your court, but he's also a fugitive for Louisiana case.
Okay.
They had ordered him back again today.
Hold on. Okay, speak a little bit louder, will you? I can't hear you.
I said I was here for Mr. McGee, Judge. I'm not
Yeah.
sure where they ordered him back today. He also had an attorney for the fugitive case, Miss
Yeah, Anna.
Anna. There we go. I haven't
So-
spoken with her in the last few days, but on Friday I had we talked about a possible deal maybe, or try and talk to the prosecutors about one, but I haven't heard back from Mr. McGee's people to tell me whether or not it would affect his parole. I haven't been able to talk to anybody on his Louisiana cases or Louisiana case. So anyway, he mentioned something about another attorney coming in, but I don't see anyone else's filed.
Oh,
Someone
it's
named-
Anna on the fugitive case, him on the two.
I know, no, but are you telling me that someone's coming in on the misdemeanor cases?
That's what he was telling me. Someone named Monique Sparks. The name sounds familiar, but I don't know if it's one.
I know her. She's
okay,
but she's not come here, so I'm assuming that she's not been hired on. So
yeah, I don't see her name anywhere. But
yeah,
I told him
you're
let me
still
know.
on. Do you see any documents filed by chance?
Or what's the last name, Judge?
McGee, in jail docket. Let me see. Let me check to see if something's been filed. But you know, she's great. You know, if she's coming on to the case, she would have been here already.
What document are we looking for specifically?
Did anyone file an attorney of record or sub on the McGee cases? On the not the fugitive. Okay, no one's filed anything, Harold, so I need you to stay on it, please.
Sure. Yeah. No, I'm not trying to get off or anything. I told him whatever he wanted me to do, but he was interested in both of us staying on there, so I don't understand. But anyway, he mentioned something about Thursday, Judge, but I guess after this setting today, do we know when? I guess you're going to choose when to come back, right? Be a week or so, or?
So Judge, yesterday Miss Sparks came in and she said that she was going to be signing on to the local cases.
Oh, she
And
did?
I asked her, yeah, yesterday, and I asked her to file the attorney of record. She said she would have her office do it.
She hasn't done it yet.
Right.
until she
And
does
so she asked that the cases be put on Thursday, the local cases be put on this Thursday, and that's what I did. So I don't know if you want me to move them from Thursday,
Ramona,
I'll be happy to do that.
Next time, let's wait till the attorney records get filed. Please.
Okay.
But I haven't seen Anna.
She was here today. We were both waiting to see what would happen on the locals, so we were waiting. Just waiting.
So Harold, Ramona put him on for Thursday. Do you want to keep that or do you want to do something different?
That's fine, Judge. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
This Thursday?
They're already on for this Thursday. The locals.
Well, all of them popped up on today, but I cannot move them all.
All right, well, I guess let's leave it on for Thursday. She signs on. If not, Harold, it's still on you, I guess, you know?
Okay, and then are you going to carry the fugitive one, Judge, as well? Keep them all together?
Yeah, we'll keep them all together.
All right.
Is discovery complete on our cases?
We're still waiting on the 911 call and the surveillance video for the trespass. And they're the same transaction. Yeah, we're still waiting for the 911 call and the surveillance video.
Where's the surveillance from? Is it from an actual store or is it from a body worn cam?
From a hotel, Judge.
It's just so new, Harold. It's gonna take a while to get, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I was out of pocket yesterday, and but I noticed that we have videos on the cases now, so I'll try to go through those.
Okay. All right, friend. So we'll just keep it on for Thursday then.
All right. Thanks so much. I'll see you then.
Thanks, bud.
Yes, sir.
Have fun.
Y'all too.
Owen.
Yeah, I'll keep them.
We seem to have hit a snag with regards to the times. Your personnel indicated you were not willing to break the time up.
The problem is it becomes too arduous to look. And then the people monitoring never do it. They end up just letting it go and they never monitor it, you know? And it's just too easy for people to just in and out. And so.
I understand your position, Judge. Will the court entertain some argument?
Sure, of course.
Judge, the thing is, if it was a different person, I would agree with you. I forgot to mention earlier, but Mr. Sino actually helps out with the rodeo. I mean, it's the kind of person he is. Now, if he was a different type of person.
This isn't for like.
I understand.
For volunteer.
I understand.
No, it's only.
But I mean, it's
work.
an indicator of his character that I don't believe you would ever have any problem with regards to these issues. Honestly, I don't. Now, you're the judge.
You know, if I had one strand of hair, Owen, for every time I heard that,
I understand.
I would have a full head of hair.
I understand your position.
You know,
but because it is important, and it's only just a couple of hours.
What do you want?
I want to do 6:30 to noon and 1:30 to 8. That way, the latest he would ever get home is 8 o'clock. The earliest he ever has to go to work is 6:30. Now, of course, that would mean in the middle of the day, he can't drive, and he's aware of that. But that covers him. What I don't want to have happen is him to be late coming home and get into trouble. Or go early and get into trouble.
How do I monitor this thing?
Well, I suppose if you wanted to monitor it, you could do a ankle monitor. I don't suggest it, but I mean, it's up to you. I understand your position, Judge.
I can't.
I understand.
You know, the thing is it's really hard to do the honor system in criminal court.
You know, there's a DWI, you know, another county. I understand that. The other side of the coin, though, is.
Every time I do the honor system, I get a kick in the ding ding.
Yeah, the other side of the coin, though, is that you have the advantage of if he does violate this order and you catch him, not only can you take the license away, but you can hold him in contempt if you want. So I would argue that you have remedies. Now, I know that doesn't help you in terms of making sure that he's not every day violating your order. I recognize.
So you want until 8 p.m. Is that what you want?
Yes, that would be the latest.
I mean, I'm okay with 8 p.m.
And 6:30 is the earliest. That way he's not in violation.
I don't think that's unreasonable, but come up, sir.
Yeah.
You said 6 to 12?
Yeah, it would be 6:30 a.m. to noon and then 1:30 to 8.
I'm putting my name on this license. If I find that you consume alcohol, if I find that you do something that you're not supposed to, I will have a contempt hearing. Do you understand? I'm going to have you sign an affidavit that you're going to abide by all the conditions of this license. You're not to consume any alcohol. You're not to drive outside of the window, and it's for essential work purposes. No volunteer. It's not for this or for that, or someone had a baby and I'm going to say, I don't care. This is for work and work only. Now, if you go to, you know, when your case arises in Galveston, perhaps Galveston will do something different, but you know, I want to ensure that my streets are protected because every single day someone dies from a DWI in our county. And we need to do everything in my power to prevent it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So it's for work purposes only. The hours are 6:30.
6:30 to noon and then 1:30 to 8 p.m.
If I find that you're driving in between those times that you're not supposed to, I'm going to yank the license in a heartbeat. And I don't care what your excuses mean. Absolutely nothing to me. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So from the 12 until 1:30, you're not to drive at all. Past the 8 o'clock, you're not to drive. And likewise, this isn't for weekend and no, it's just for work. All right?
Yes.
Okay.
But if he has to work on the weekend, he's to provide proof to his officer prior to, right?
This isn't where you get to just, okay, I got to go to work. No, that you're just saying, we want proof. In this life, you're only as good as the proof that you have. If you don't have proof, you don't have dingus. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. So as far as the treatment is concerned, because treatment is one of the things that he has to do, we're gonna have him TRASed because I don't know what we should do. I'm gonna waive the fee so that he doesn't have to come out of his pocket, and we'll see what they say as far as what the appropriate treatment is, because I don't know him. I've never met him. So it would be foolish for me to just say, okay, do this. You know, what Shatoria suggested was have him do an DW education class, but that kind of hurts him because if in the Galveston case, he ends up doing something where he takes a subsequent DW education class, then they're going to suspend his license because it's subsequent. Whereas if it's a true first, if it's a true first and he does it, then they don't suspend his license. So that's why I didn't want to do an education class.
Understood, Judge.
And why we did the TRAS.
We'll go to the TRAS.
Okay.
We'll do it.
Okay. Good luck. sir.
With the court. Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Sure. Hey, home slides. Any slower, you'll be going backward.
Hey. So Wilson was the last one and the only one. On the county, very last page. I told Brianna that the Brenner bond, he'll be in the releasing process. She said she's gonna get with the heritage about picking them up once his release.
What's the other county form?
That's all.
Okay,
So that's it.
we're done.
Thank you.
Guys, have a wonderful day. Oh, it's 12:30. Man, I thought it was 11:30. Oh, they haven't changed the clock. That's why. I was like, yay.